Welcome into another edition of Sports Junkies here at RacineSportsZone.com. Steve Sparky Fifer with you, co-host of the Wendy's Big Show, weekday afternoons on AM 1250, 105.7 FM The Fan. And those of you that have HD radio, we're on Kiss FM's HD Channel 2, 103.7, and then just go to Channel 2 on your HD radio. And
why are you fiddling with that?
I don't know.
You're scaring me. Like you're going to pull it too tight.
Something different. I don't know. He is Gery Woelfel, a Racine Journal-Times columnist here, and, of course, one of the top NBA insiders in the country. Let's talk a little bit about high school football here as we get closer to the end of the season. We'll go through each division here quickly. Division 1, the next matchup is Arrowhead and Franklin to determine who goes to state. Franklin beat Muskego. Remember last week I said, boy, you know,
I don't want to bring this up.
I love Bartholomew at Oak Creek 2 weeks ago. I said, but I'd like to see Muskego beat him because I don't think Oak Creek can beat Franklin. I think Muskego's big and physical enough they could present problems.
Correct.
I was wrong. They lost 42-15. 42-15 Muskego lost. Franklin is just on a roll. But now it's Arrowhead. Mm-hmm. Now this Arrowhead team was the Arrowhead teams of the past. They're not as good.
But they're still good.
Yeah. I talked to a guy yesterday that said he thought Arrowhead would win by, or not Arrowhead, Franklin would beat them by at least 21 points. Now, if they beat Arrowhead by 21, because everybody's saying this is the best Franklin team they've had.
Sure.
Period. And Franklin's had state champion teams.
Well, I saw Franklin play a couple weeks ago against Horlick, and the thing that really stood out to me was their balance.
Right.
It's just not a one-dimensional offense. They can run the ball, they can pass the ball. Their defense, obviously, is solid. But I was thoroughly impressed because Horlick's a solid team. They're not a great team by any stretch, but they dominated in stretches. I mean, they had a chance to blow that game wide open. They got guys deep on passes. That's the other thing, too. They don't just dink you with these short passes.
They go over the top.
They'll go over the top on occasion, and I was just thoroughly impressed with them.
So Franklin here is going to be a great matchup. On the other side of that bracket for Division 1 to go to Madison is Marquette, who's still alive, the 3 seed, against Kimberly, the 1. Kimberly's Kimberly. I mean, I'm not picking against Kimberly. I'm not. I hope, Marquette does it. Coach Madsen, those guys get it done at Marquette, but I'm still going to go with Kimberly.
I'm voting with my heart here. My daughter is a teacher at Marquette High School.
Right.
And she follows the program closely, and so it's guilt by association. Okay?
So you're all with Marquette?
I'm all with Marquette, yeah. Absolutely love their program.
Division 2, Lake Geneva Badger.
Yes.
Still going.
Very good.
They took out the number 1 team at Waunakee, 24-21 in overtime. Waukesha West.
That's the team.
It says 60-0.
What?
Is that what happened?
Let's move on.
No, I'm 60-0.
What do you think you are, pure jackal?
60. What happened?
Well, good question. I think Adam Bachman's asking the same thing. That happens, okay.
That happens!
It does. You'll see that happen once in a while where a team just, for whatever reason, implodes,
That deep in the playoffs?
And that's not so much about Waterford. I think it tells you how good Waukesha West is. Waterford does not collapse like that unless you're playing a great team. And that's a great team.
I've never
seen that score?
Not from a Bakken team. I've never seen them get beat like that.
Not from a Bakken team.
Never. Not once.
No,
I don't even know what you do.
Yeah.
I mean, when it's like that, I thought Waterford might have a chance to stay in there and give them a fight at least. And Waukesha West, look at this. Waukesha West beat Wilmot 28-0, and then beat Waterford 60-0. They outscored their 2 Southern Lake teams they played 88-0 in the playoffs.
You know what? You should have been a CPA.
That's goodness.
Pretty impressive math.
Nah, too much math. I'm not good at math. So Badger and Waukesha West. I'm going Waukesha West. They beat Waterford 60-0. I don't know what Hensler's going to do at Badger to compete with this.
Yeah, well, Badger came off that last regular season win over Waterford, and he thought, hey, that's a good indicator of they're a pretty good team.
Right.
Excuse me, but Waukesha West is loaded.
And that game is going to be at Kenosha Indian Trail.
There you go.
The Lake Geneva Badger game against Waukesha West. So that'll be interesting. Chippewa Falls on the other side against Homestead. Homestead continues to roll. I'll take Homestead over Chippewa Falls.
I'm with you.
So there's Division 2. Division 3, Catholic Memorial still alive here in southeastern Wisconsin. They take on Reedsburg. That's a 2-3 matchup. Catholic Memorial, I'll be lucky with you, got lucky.
Okay.
Sorry, Coach Young at Catholic Memorial if you see this. But I told you I thought the top running back in the state was at Kewaskum. He got hurt on the second play of the game. or third play of the game, and that was it. Memorial gets by them 17-14. I think if that back stays healthy, Kowalski beats Memorial probably rather easily.
I'm impressed with your extensive knowledge on Division III football.
Well,
very, very impressive.
A little bit. So, Reedsburg, Catholic Memorial, I'll take Catholic Memorial. Other side, New Richmond and Notre Dame. I don't know anything about either.
Neither do I.
I mean, I know Green Bay, Notre Dame, but I don't know much about the football team. Division 4, don't care.
Don't care.
Division 5,
don't care.
Shoreland Lutheran.
We do care. Yep.
Shoreland Lutheran is still going, and that coach was on our Wendy's Varsity Blitz coaches show on Saturday mornings from 10 to noon this last Saturday.
Yeah.
And just remarkable job that they've done there. The 5 seed, they take out Marshall 35-21, and now they get Spencer Columbus Catholic.
Have you ever heard of the Marshall Plan?
The who?
The Marshall Plan.
The Marshall Plan?
Have you ever heard that?
No.
Okay, let's move on.
The movie I've seen the movie Marshall.
Historians would know what the Marshall Plan is.
Yeah,
you didn't take history in high school, huh?
I did, but I forgot it all as soon as I walked out of class.
No problem. Let's move on.
Shoreland Lutheran against Spencer Columbus Catholic coming up next. I don't know anything about Spencer Columbus Catholic. Where is that?
I have no idea. Are we getting to Catholic Central pretty soon?
Just hold on. So that, I think, right now is the story of the state right now.
Absolutely.
Is a 5 seed sitting there with a chance to go to state.
I agree.
Lutheran.
I agree.
So good luck to them.
Hats off to those guys because nobody saw them in that position.
No, not at all. And now you look at Division 6. Here again, nobody to speak of. Hey, whatchamacallit?
Yes?
Pecatonica.
Pecatonica, yes.
Right? Did we get any complaints about that last week?
My email was flooded.
Yeah?
It was flooded.
Was it?
I think everybody from Pecatonica let me know.
So they have computers.
They have pride in Pecatonica.
Yeah, well, they lost. No more having to worry about pronouncing that name. Okay, Division 7.
Yes.
Here we go, Catholic Central. They win 40-0.
Your state champions.
Yeah, I don't know anything.
Catholic Central Hilltop.
I don't know anything about the other 3 teams.
It doesn't matter.
Well, it should matter.
It's like
we should have some knowledge about some of this.
It's like the old Green Bay Packers sweep. You know they're going to run the sweep. You can't do anything about it. Yeah. Catholic Central all the way.
All right, so now it's a number 1 seed Bangor. I just like the name. 32-8, they win over Ithaca. So now it's Bangor and Catholic Central. That game's at the Forest coming up Friday night. On the other side, it's Pepin and Alma. What is that? It sounds like a TV show. They take on Coleman, the number 2 seed. Coleman, aren't they a manufacturer of like insect spray and stuff?
They are. That's where it's made.
Is it where it's made?
No.
See, I would have bought it. So you're taking Catholic Central with the whole thing?
Yeah, I said that almost like in week 2.
You did.
Junkies, that they were the best team around here.
Look at their scores. They scored 49 in the first game.
Yeah.
35 in the second and 40 in the third.
You know what's impressive? They have 70 touchdowns this year, okay, Catholic Central. 57 on the ground, okay? That's pretty mind-boggling, okay? You want to know how many Bangor has? 65.
Touchdowns?
65 on the ground.
Oh, on the ground.
Just rushing. Okay, here's another little tidbit for you. They have a rusher named Piskey, right? He has rushed for 1,995 yards, okay? Pretty impressive. So you think, okay, it's a one-dimensional team. Stop this guy, right? They have 2 other running backs that have rushed for more than 600 yards.
Gary, as I've said before, I don't know
Catholic Central state champions.
Okay, but I don't know anything about Bangor. What I need to know is how big is their line? Because that will be the issue. If you're manhandling people like this up front, I would imagine their offensive line is decent size. And if it is, that may present a problem to Catholic Central. If they are big. Don't know. Never seen them.
I don't either. I haven't studied any tape on them.
I'd like to see how big their offensive line is. I don't need to see tape just. I mean, if I see 6'4", 330 and whatever, then that'll be an issue. More than likely at this level, they're probably not. Right?
Tom Aldridge will be very upset, but congratulations. Way early. State champion, Catholic Central Hilltoppers.
If they lose, you are going to hear it from every parent at Catholic Central.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not.
Every parent is going to let you have it.
I have been on their bandwagon, like we said, from day one, and I'm not going
to. And deservedly so.
I'm going to ride this thing right to the end.
Well, I'm not going to disrespect Bangor because I don't know much about that football team. He is Gery Woelfel. I'm Steve Sparky.
And you know what? If you're a good boy, I'll get you a Catholic Central State Championship T-shirt.
Isn't it funny that Catholic Central is playing a school called Bangor? Just saying. We'll talk to you next time here on Sports Junkies at RacineSportsZone.com.